Road to Annie, the series where I put you guys on the best Phantom Parade knowledge and psychology. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome to episode 3 of Road to Annie, the series where I get you guys prepared for everything got to do with the first anniversary of Phantom Parade, right? And as you can see on my screen, things are a little bit different today because I want to just talk to you guys, right? Just about, you know, everything got to do with the anniversary because it's a psychological game, okay? I'm half not taking the piss, alright? You need to learn how to beat the game and stay emotionless, alright? So, before we get any further, I'm gonna just please black flash that like button off my content because the information I'm about to give out is absolutely priceless, okay? So, first off, okay, as you can see, we're chasing these two, obviously, right? My boy, Black Flash YUJI, and my GOAT, my glorious king, Domain GOJO. But despite this being like pinnacle hype and all that, you need to remember it is a game, okay? So no matter what happens, if you pull the units, if you don't pull the units, if you need to spend money to pull the units, remember it's a game, bro. So if you don't get them, like, don't cry about it. You know what I mean? Like, you need to think, does it change your life that much? If the answer is yes, good for you. If it doesn't, don't stress, bro, because I've seen it too many times and I'm sure I'm guilty as well. On an anniversary, on a peak celebration, you poured your heart and your soul and all your resources into these banners and you get nothing. You know, it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? So I know I'm saying this, but if I don't pull them, I'm gonna be very upset, right? Obviously, but we need to learn that these games pay off us, bro. The more you invest yourself into this, the more they're gonna get you, alright? So which leads into my next point, alright? We need to stay, excuse my bad typing, emotionless, alright? If you pull the unit, don't react. If you don't pull them, don't get mad. Don't, you know, impulse pull out the wallet because, trust me, things are not end well for you, you know? I've seen it too many times. I had a mate, alright? He was a gambler on, you know, it started on a harmless little Fire Emblem Heroes. He's now living on the streets, alright? That's all I'm gonna say. Stay emotionless. If you pull it, you know, you can be happy, but don't go over the top because the game gets you as soon as you do that, you know what I mean? So, take it like this, alright? Say you're a Phantom Parade dev, or a gacha dev. What do you want? You want people playing your game, obviously, right? You want people to pull your unit, the new unit, so they keep playing the game, right? There becomes a point when you're so invested, and when the new shiny new guy comes out, you're gonna need it, right? And what happens when you need it? You're gonna pull out the wallet, alright? Just keep that in mind, okay? So, which leads into my next point. If you react, you are playing into the game's hands, okay? By react, I don't mean, you know, the simple let's go. I mean going overboard, right? I'm guilty of this. In probably all my summon videos, when I pull the unit on camera, I'm freaking out. And guess what? I spent money. If you don't want to spend money, don't go crazy over it. If you don't pull YUJI, yellow unit. Okay, let's see. Well, who else is yellow in right now in the game? Young Gojo. Yeah, you don't need YUJI. You have Young Gojo. If you don't have Young Gojo, you could put an army of tickets, the yellow one. You know, who else is there for yellow? Domain Megumi, you can get him off tickets, you know. It's not the end of the world. And if you react, you play into the game's hands. If you don't get YUJI and you want him that bad, you're going to spend money, which is good, you know. If you like the game that much and you're willing to spend, yeah, but it could get out of control, alright? You got to keep that mindset of not becoming victim. Play the game, don't let the game play you, alright? This is simple stuff, but I've seen it. I've seen mates fall all around me. Next point. Pull out the wallet if you have to, alright? But know the risk, okay? Obviously, if your mind is in the right place, you know whether you react or you don't react. If you're going into that thing with the mindset of spending money, you can spend it, you know? But know the risk, right? Make sure you have enough money for, you know, food, for Pokemon cards, for anything else, right? Even though cards is just another form of gambling, you know, but, you know, it's not, right? But you need to remember, if you have the okay, this is all about mindset, okay? If you go into these summons, because this is the biggest summons ever, right? The thing that tops this is second ANNI. 1.5 will be cool, but second ANNI will be the next psychological warfare, okay? I've seen people distraught over not pulling the units. Even before even summoning, people have been distraught over this. And like, I've been guilty as well. You know, like before ANNIs or something, you get nervous, yeah? You need to cut that out. You need to cut that out, because I've seen people on the streets because of that. And I'm not kidding, alright? So, that's just the truth, right? If you get emotional, you're playing into the game's hands, and the game will get you, alright? It's a gacha game. They're not there to be nice to you. They're not there to be your mate, alright? They're there to do anything they can to drain you, alright? Another thing is, I think yesterday it came out, this little like something Weaver campaign where only some people were selected, right? I was selected. I thought it was everyone, but I was reading some like other videos, and apparently not everyone was. That's not a form, bro. If you're selected, you feel special, you know? And if you feel special, you might want to spend. You're like, oh, you know, the devs know me. The devs don't know you, bro. The devs don't know you. So don't play into their hands, alright? So, let me reiterate. Emotionless. Treat this like, you know, as you would any other little task, right? The task is to pull the units. If you pull them, good on you. If you don't pull them, is what it is, bro. You can grind more cubes. Keyword grind. You might get a free ticket. You might pull them off a ticket. I spent money for Yuta, alright? Okay, it was like 15 bucks. I know people that spent a lot more than 15 bucks. But I spent like 15 bucks on Yuta, yeah? And then later, which was like probably the same day or the day after, I did a single. And I got a dupe Yuta off a single. So I could have just not spent money. What if I put like 150 into that? Okay, maybe the RNG would have been different. And if I didn't do those exact events, I wouldn't have pulled that, you know, dupe Yuta. But you never know, right? So, as I said, stay emotionless. Don't react. You have, the banners are going to be up for ages. Probably a month or so. Like how in inventory, like how Yuta was. Yuta was out for ages. Probably over a month Yuta was out. So, we had a lot of chances to get him. If you didn't get him, my condolences. You know, he's gonna come back out, so if you're gonna summon again, go for it. But remember, stay emotionless, alright? In my summon video, if I react, it's for cameras. I'm not actually reacting like that, alright? It's this new mindset you need to adopt. This is gonna help you in real life. It's gonna help you, you know, with everything, right? So, keep the right mindset. That's what I'm saying. How to psychologically prepare for ANNI. This is not just it's a game, but it's more than a game. It's a gacha game. They're there to beat you into the ground and take all your money. They're there to rob you, alright? So be careful. And last thing, I gotta come clean. I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged, man. I've spent money. I reacted off stuff. When I didn't pull young GOJO, I was spending money until I got him, bro. And I did get him, but what if I didn't? Would I like kept going? I don't know, probably not. But what if I did? What if I was more of a gambler? I might not be here if that would have happened, you know what I mean? So it's a very dangerous game, Phantom Parade. Like any other gacha, you got to be careful, especially in this system. 75k cubes for pity. 75k cubes. Alright. I don't know if I can do calculations on this app. Here we go. Alright. 75k cubes. Oh no, that's not what I want. Okay, a cube pack. 3k cubes is what? Probably like $30. 3k. Okay, this is Australian dollars, by the way. So I'm gonna say, okay, for you, all you Americans out there, I think a lot of Americans watch my video. I'm not sure, but let's just say it's like roughly around $18, right? Let's say 3k currency is $18. Okay, $18. How much would 75? Okay, let's go 75k bracket 3 cost. All right, let's see. Let's see. No. Okay, fourth. Oh my days. All right. Let's just assume that. All right. 450 times 3. 450 times 3. That can't be okay. Whatever, alright. But that's over $1,000. You don't want to do that at all. So again, you need to remember, stay very wary about what you're doing. And I think that really wraps up today's video. So I hope this opens your mind a little bit. You need to stay prepared. This ain't no game, but it is a game. So if you guys couldn't tell, I'm kind of taking the piss, but on the real note though, right? On some real stuff, stay prepared for ANNI. Don't let your emotions get the better of you and spend a lot of money, because it's just a game at the end of the day. But that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to black flash that like button for content. And ANNI is right around the corner, bro. So get hyped, alright? I'll see you guys next video. Peace.